Welcome to the Allegro Music Podcast, where music isn't just music and the ordinary is extraordinary. We're bringing musicians from all over, from Los Angeles to San Diego to Trafford to Bolton to Dunstable to London. We'll bring it to you. Just sit back, relax, and let it happen. On today's Allegro Music Podcast, we'll bring you English band Badly Drawn Boy, news and reviews, and the guy I found living in my closet. So sit back, relax, and let us bring it to you. That was The Wild Truth and Faraway Moon from the Listen Local Cooks CD.
Yeah, they made it very difficult to say, didn't they?
They did.
Listen Local Cooks.
Uh-huh.
That's a tough one.
You know what that CD was, don't you?
It was this shape.
Yeah,
circle.
It was a round one. Yeah,
and real thin. I do. Well, I've seen it.
It was a collection of different musicians from the San Diego area, and they put this kick-ass CD together, and each one of the musicians included a favorite recipe of theirs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So like there's
came
like
in
Hot
a cookbook.
Pockets and
it like came in a cookbook. I mean, you get a little cookbook, and the CD was in it, and it's awesome.
If you were to put your own recipe in there, what would it be?
It would be for beans and franks.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a page turner.
I do an amazing beans and franks. Let me tell you.
Chop my own hot dog.
I do. You know, I use Vienna sausage though, because I'm fancy like that.
Something you're used to, a shape you recognize.
Yeah. Something easy to work with.
Understandable.
That's what I figure. I figure I want to keep it nice and simple. Yeah. So you don't overdo. You know.
You just don't want to make a promise you can't keep. Yeah.
I don't want to overdo. That's awful. Awful.
Fantastic.
Well, we've got good stuff going on today.
Yeah, we do. We're going to deal with, what was it, the Badly Drawn Boy.
Badly Drawn Boy. Damon Go. Who's the man behind the plan there. English dude, but you'll probably recognize some of this music from a bunch of movies and whatnots and all-togethers.
And all-togethers.
I'm going to bring back Whatnot.
Whatnot?
And Whatnot.
You stand alone, my friend.
Hey, that's the best thing in Whatnot.
You
know.
Well, speaking of movies, I mean, his music is on. He did the score for About a Boy.
Mm-hmm.
American Wedding. He had music. Definitely, maybe. I love that movie, by the way.
Oh yeah, me too. Let's kick butt.
Something's Got to Give. It's a good movie, but there's only so much I can watch about old people getting it on. There's only so much I can take.
Oh come on, that's one of your top 10s. That and Cocoon.
Yeah, those are the top 10s. Least erotic movies I've ever seen in my life.
You know, that's the one good thing about Cocoon. You know, if I ever am in a situation with a lady where I need to, shall I say, extend the pleasure, I just think of Cocoon. I just think of all those old farts. I'm like, yeah. Okay,
oh, you're talking about things you think of, to keep you away from that special moment.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Cocoon does it. Perfect.
There you go, kids. Now you know. That's the magic. That separates the men from the boys.
That was a pearl, wasn't it? That was a little pearl of wisdom.
I don't think pearl's a word you should be using right now.
Well, it should be, because we're going to be listening to another pearl, which is a song from Badly Drawn Boy off of the Hour of the Wildebeest album.
was the guy that got beat up and went into the shack, like partner in something in the shack.
Tus hijos a que no.
So that was Another Pearl by Badly Drawn Boy off of the Hour of Bewilderbeast album.
Bewilderbeast.
Bewilderbeast.
I've seen a few of those today, even on the way to work.
Okay.
I
What
pointed.
did it look like?
It wasn't pleasant.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like something you'd get from the movie Cocoon. Disturbing and old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen to be one of the things that came into our office this morning, was
Do
it?
you really want to talk about that?
No. Let's just pass it. You know, there's some crazies out there, boy. Woo!
Long story short, one of them wandered into our office this morning. Cops were called. Crazy stories were shared.
Well, yeah.
The end.
In actuality, we called the popo at the behest of said individual.
Yes.
And they came to help said individual out, and help them fight their demons.
Yeah.
So best of luck.
Godspeed.
Wow. Yeah. It was kind of crazy. You know, what's the crazy thing is I really didn't even notice the person had wandered in until Nick came in.
Well, it's funny because I
you-
stood up from my desk, this lovely desk here, and used the restroom upstairs, and I came back down, and as I'm walking back through our little hallway in our offices, there was a nice little lady sitting in her chair, and I just quietly looked and shrugged over to Jason. So he did that whole,
What
can I help
was
you?
that? Yeah, that was an awkward conversation. And yeah, we
She's just chilling out. Doesn't talk to anybody. I'm on your couch now. This is where I live. Can you please leave?
Can I help you?
Someone's tried to kill me. Okay.
Sweet.
Let me help you out with that. 911.
Well, this is this is her song. This is actually Bewilderbeast off of the Hour of Bewilderbeast album by Badly Drawn Boy.
Which Naked Booty, off Coco's or Kim K?
So that's the title track, Bewilderbeast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's this was one of his earlier records, right?
Yeah, this is the seminal album that came out in 2000, and I think he said he was 30 or 32 at this point.
Yeah, and I know he started making music in the late 90s. I think he started this career in like 97.
Yeah.
And he started off with an EP, EP1 as it was called, and he only pressed 500 copies, and he passed them out to his friends and family.
Right.
And it turns out it has such a cult following. Each one is worth over 100 pounds. European pounds.
100 pounds.
100 pounds weight wise.
That's heavy. I thought they measured them in stones though.
Oh, I know. How many stone is a record?
No, but that's pretty good. That's what probably a couple $100, right?
A piece, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this guy really has a great following now. He's over the past, 12 years now? 13?
Yeah. See, math me.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, he's amassed quite a following, and he never really expected to do it. He just expected to, start, creating music that he felt passionate about. And this music, especially off of this album, Bewilderbeast, it's just incredible. It takes you kind of through a journey. He uses all kinds of great instruments to kind of do something different sonically than a lot of other alternative bands do.
Yeah, and the music he creates, I mean, especially on this album, and I'm a new listener to Damon, and he has a real melodic kind of a tone, but you know what, it's translatable to a lot of different movies and different shows and stuff like that. That's why I think it's great soundtrack music.
Well, the music's fantastic, and the lyrics are deep enough to where you'd have to really listen to it to get the gist of it, but it fits nicely into a soundtrack kind of thing, just because you don't really have to tune into it so much for you to appreciate the.
I was just talking about this because I love that fact that you create this great music and it sounds great, makes you uplift, or whatever the music's intended to do, it does, but there's depth to it. I like that substance.
Yeah,
I love that. And I was watching this music video last night, and it was Beyonce's new album. And I know she can sing. But now she's got dancers and choreographers. You can't understand a word that's coming out of the song.
Right.
There's no relevance to it whatsoever. The whole time I'm scratching my head. Okay, she's in the desert, Mad Max. Okay, but now she's got these weird dancers. There's warriors. There's high boots.
It wasn't.
And she's in
wasn't
gold.
called African Child, was it?
No, not African Child. But you know what? Not that far away. If she just had some offensive lyrics, it would have been right there. And I was just blown away by the fact, okay, she has a career creating decent music in her genre. What's the point of this crap? I'm sorry to say it was created by the gays. So, I need more high boots and some of them strong people in the back. Do your warrior thing. Oh, yeah. Ooh, wind. Ooh. The song sucked.
Yeah.
It's not even dance worthy,
That's definitely some producer going, hey, I have an idea how we can sell more albums.
Who do you market this to? I mean, what the dumbest denomination in the world?
You market it to kids, and that's what they're going to sell. They're going to sell to the 15 to 22-year-olds. That's the market.
We should create some sort of smart virus that just kills those people in that day.
Play the CD backwards.
Or at least
can you do that? Can you play the CD backwards? I don't know.
I know. Yeah, kids aren't privy to that, are they?
No. For those of you who are younger listeners who don't really get that reference, it goes back to when they actually used to have music on vinyl. We call those we call those.
They're giant
records.
black discs about yay big. You can flip them over and play more music.
We played them on what's called a turntable. No, that's not something that DJ Jazzy Jeff mixes his things on. These actually used to play records, and
my laser's broken.
And supposedly some of those death metal bands back in the 80s, and you'd be able to play their records backwards, and it had secret messages from Satan.
It wasn't.
Kill your parents.
Yeah, all you do is you turn it backwards, and you get. If someone's drunk or high enough, it sounds like stuff.
Kill your parents.
You hear what Ozzy's trying to say?
Set yourself on fire.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. We've that just shows you how old we are and that we've been around the block a couple times.
Yeah.
Which is my other segue into this next song, which is Once Around the Block. See how creative that was?
Clever. Only a veteran.
Only a veteran. God, we're professionals.
Well, from your mouth to God's ears.
So that was Once Around the Block, and man, what I really like about his music too is that there are actual movements in the music, and it's very well arranged, and it kind of takes you places. Whereas a lot of other bands, it's just kind of there it is. Here's a chorus, here's a bridge, here's a chorus, and we're done.
Yeah,
but
you have to have that American Idol crescendo at the end. And then, or you run on, and then now you know the song's coming to an end.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I hate
I used to be really good at that.
Yeah,
yeah.
So
Gene Simmons wanted me to take his place. Yeah.
It's the tongue thing, right?
It is.
Whip it out for him.
I can't. I can't do that.
He's retired his mouthpiece.
Yes, I've actually had to sign agreements that I won't whip it out as much anymore.
Yeah,
I've whipped it out too many times.
Fantastic.
Yes. We were still talking about Badly Drawn Boy. I know it. Well, we've got a little bit of news today.
We do.
I'll go ahead and turn it over to you for the first one, which I understand you've got some info on a new plane coming out.
Well, it's Airbus. I believe it's a French company, is it not? And they're an air manufacturer, and they're trying to ride the technology train, as it were, and come up with a new innovative plane for passenger planes.
Okay.
And what it is, you look at the picture of the plane. If you look up on NBC.com, they have a new article on it. It looks like something from Star Trek. If you look at the actual body shape of the plane, And but if you look on the inside,
It's mainly glass, right?
oh yeah, what they've done is they created a lot of either opaque panes or glass windows that are all over the hull of the plane.
Right.
So you can see throughout the sides, the roof. The whole thing looks like some sort of alien, like Klingon warship from the interior.
Sweet.
And the cool thing about them, this whole new concept is not only can you see panoramic views and views from the ceiling, but you can also change the actual color of the window panes themselves, because you can, like Jason, when I was describing this concept, he's saying that it's possibly that they're using like LED like inserts inside the windows or something to create the illusion that you can make the screens dark or put images onto the windows.
They're talking about it at some point soon. You'll be able to cover like full glass walls with this material and be able to change it just like you would a computer screen.
Now, this is the part that really gets me kind of excited, because, I mean, it's going to be a fully functional, like, plane. I mean, you're going to have – it's going to be like a day spa / entertainment venue.
Sweet.
While you travel. So you get to see your little, virtual module in front of you, and your surrounding little window panes, and it becomes some sort of, like, attraction for you. But it also the seats, they actually do massage therapy. There's acupuncture available.
Nice.
And they dynamically move according to your comfort level and size, and they morph to your body shape.
Cool. So I assume there's going to be plenty of room between the seats, so that if you're a Kevin Smith stature, there would be room for it to expand around you.
I think we can't lose that as a culture. I think we still need a cutoff. Whether or not the technology can house these large people, I still think we need a Kevin Smith cutoff.
Where you saw Wall-E? Come on, that's our future.
Yeah, exactly. We need to, I'm sorry, shame these people into losing some damn weight.
Hey,
those 45-inch. Oh, come on. Everybody here can stand to lose a few pounds, but no one here is Kevin Smith worthy.
No, but that's why I am growing out the beard, though, so I could be Kevin Smith-esque.
Oh, yeah?
Look, the guy's brilliant. He's funny.
He's brilliant. He's funny.
He makes me happy.
A little narcissistic, but he's fun.
Yeah.
But
jolly.
Jolly. Thank you, Jason. Jolly. But I think the pant short things. Shants.
Mm-hmm.
Grody.
He's bringing it back.
Yeah. You have to wear shants when you have those fat man legs that are so obese that regular pants can't house them.
Right. You want them to feel a little more comfortable and get a little air circulating around them.
Can you imagine Kevin Smith wearing cowboy boots? I like to see the shoehorn to get that foot in a boot. It's a shovel.
I think we're gonna have to send him a message and see if he can send us a picture in cowboy boots.
But
that would be awesome.
Essentially, I urge everybody to check out MSNBC. Check out this new plane. This is set to come out in 2050, so let's cross our fingers that we're still alive after the 2012 massacre.
If we can get past 2012, we'll be looking forward to seeing this new, exciting aircraft. Well, there's something else new that's coming out, and that's Ben & Jerry's has a brand new flavor.
See, I like Ben & Jerry's.
I do too.
I don't go to the store often for the sweets, talking about the whole LB thing.
Right.
But when we do go get ice cream, it is Ben & Jerry's. And they have these kooky names. They have
like
these
Chunky Monkey
and Coffee Bonanza or something like that. They're really out there names.
Cherry Garcia is one of them. That's one of my favorites, actually. But this will be one of your new favorite flavors.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually created this flavor, and it's going to be coming out this holiday season. And it was in response to one of Saturday Night Live's most popular skits. And we'll play a little bit of that and see if you remember this skit. This one's awesome.
I'm Margaret Jo McCullen.
And I'm Terry Rialto. And you're listening to The Delicious Dish on National Public Radio.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Terry, it's Christmas season again, our favorite time of year.
That's right, Margaret Jo. Holiday time is when the most wonderful culinary wishes can come true. Now, what's on your list this holiday season, Margaret Jo?
Well, Terry, I really got greedy this year. I'm asking Kris Kringle for a wooden bowl, some oversized index cards, and a funnel.
Ooh, a funnel. That'll be great for funneling.
I know. I feel like a glutton. What's on your list, Terry?
Well, I'm only asking Santa for one thing, a big box of glue traps to help me deal with my excessive rat problem. Now tell me, are you, Margaret Jo, going to leave any treats out for Santa this year?
Oh, absolutely. I always do. I like to leave Santa some tap water and rice.
So considerate. So considerate.
If Santa's anything like me, Christmas foods really wreak havoc on the old digestive system. What are you going to leave, Terry?
Santa's Japanese.
I can't ever leave food out in my apartment because I have an excessive rat problem.
It's neat. Santa's fun.
Santa's
He is
fun. Neat.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fun.
I like
Good
Christmas.
times.
Good times.
Well, Christmas is a time for traditional foods and bite-sized treats, and we have a very special guest today.
That's right, Terry. He's the owner of his own holiday bakery with a very, very clever name. Season's Eatings.
That's really funny.
I know it rhymes with Season's Greetings.
My mind's already going to the dirty place.
Please welcome the owner of Season's Eatings, Pete Schweddy.
Hi, Pete.
Pete Schweddy.
Welcome. How are
Welcome,
you?
Pete.
We like the name of your store.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Now, did I pronounce your name correctly?
You sure did. Pete Schweddy.
Well, Pete, Terry and I have been looking forward to having you on the show because we know you're the master of all kinds of Christmas goodies. Tell us about them.
Well, there are lots of great treats this time of year. Zucchini bread, fruitcake. But the thing that I most like to bring out at this time of the year are my balls.
Yes, yes, he said. That's Alec Baldwin, by the way.
Balls. Tell us about your balls, Pete.
Yeah.
Well, over at Season's Eatings, we have balls for every taste. Popcorn balls, cheese balls, rum balls, you name it.
Wow. My mouth's watering just thinking about those balls.
Mine too. I've had
It's
lunch.
been years since I've seen any balls.
Would you like to see my balls now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whip them out.
We'll whip them out.
Wow. You have some beautiful balls.
They're bigger than I expected.
I know a lot of people tell me that.
Look at that, Terry, the way they glisten.
That's because I make sure that each one of my balls gets plenty of oil.
I can't help but notice, Pete, your balls are a little misshapen.
That's because I rested them on a hot stove for too long.
Can I touch your balls?
Yeah.
Go ahead, but be careful. They're very delicate.
Wow. I can't wait to get my mouth around this ball.
Okay. Yeah, that's about enough of that. That's about enough
I
of that.
think you get the gist.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got it.
that's a Saturday Night Live skit with Alec Baldwin, and those were his sweaty balls.
Yes.
And in light of that, Ben & Jerry's has decided to come out with the sweaty balls flavored ice cream that will be unveiled in September.
Now, are we not marketing ice cream to children anymore? Is that
No.
what we're doing?
Come on. None of their ice cream is marketed to children. Number
not-
one, it's way too expensive. Number two, it's always been a little crazy and off the wall.
Okay, fine, I give you that. But you know what? I mean, here's the deal. I'm
don't
gonna
know what
have
the
some.
flavors are gonna
I'm
be.
gonna have some. I don't care if they put banana and razors in there. I don't care. I'm gonna try it just to say I've had some sweaty balls. But
Can you imagine serving that up at your holiday parties this year? Ooh, what is that ice cream? Oh, that's sweaty ball.
can you? I mean, can you feed a kid sweaty balls and be a responsible parent?
No.
I mean, do you have to cover the label if it's a great flavor, or
Yes.
they must infuse some sort of alcohol so it separates, the kids from the adults? 'Cause
I think it's awesome that Ben & Jerry's is doing that. It's just,
open wide.
it shows you how they can just raise that middle finger to all the right wing.
Do you
people
think
that
this is
wanna
a
control-
political move?
I think it's great that they can say F you to everybody who wants to control and censor everything we see, do, and hear.
The FCC.
You know, FCC,
whomever,
everyone else that wants to legislate everything, and you know, I love it that they're raising their.
Jason, you finish those balls, open wide.
You finish that sweaty ball. Yeah, Nick, you got a little bit of sweaty balls in your chin.
See, for our kids.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I can't imagine the hierarchy of the management team of Ben and Jerry's not being fucked up while they came up with this concept.
You dropped an F-bomb there, buddy.
I did. You know what? That was inappropriate, as is this flavor. See what I did there?
I love it. God, I love it.
I'm going to try some. I'm going to be a total hypocrite. I'm going to have some shreddy balls.
How did that come up in the design process? They were probably sitting around the table in a little think tank somewhere going, what new flavor can we come up with? Oh, my gosh. Wait a second. I just saw Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
That's the math you did?
That had to be. Had to be. Well, anyway, moving on. This weekend was the Tony Awards.
Oh, was it?
The Tony Awards where all of Broadway gets together, and we celebrate and reward some of the great new Broadway plays that are out.
Yeah.
And do some lifetime achievements and all that kind of good stuff. But some of the awards that were handed out were for the Book of Mormon, which is a Trey Parker production.
Oh, okay, because I was just wondering if the religious people are now just getting awards.
Well,
I love your story of make-believe.
It got 9 awards, including best musical.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and they actually did a little excerpt on the Tony Awards, and it was fantastic. And Trey got up, and one of the people he thanked was unfortunately not with them that evening because he had passed away, John Smith. That he wanted to thank him very much.
It's kind of a while ago, right?
Founder of the Mormon religion. Yeah. I thought it was funny. It was hilarious. Tony Awards are so much better than the Grammys or
the
Golden Globes.
The
or
Grammys aren't really firing on all cylinders at this point.
Tonys are very entertaining.
Okay.
What's funny is it takes all these actors, and there's a lot of Hollywood actors that are involved in Broadway right now. But you think of Broadway and you think of plays and everything, and it being stuffy, but these people are hilarious. So it's wildly entertaining. But War Horse got 5 awards, including Best Play. Did you see the ads for War Horse?
I have not.
These giant, they have life-size horse marionettes, and there are people in them that control them, and they actually have riders in the whole 9 yards. And
wow,
yeah, it's pretty intense, pretty awesome. There's Anything Goes, which won 3 awards, including Best Revival of a Musical, which they also did a piece on the Tonys, and it was fantastic. The Normal Heart got 3 awards, including Best Revival of a Play, and 1 each for Catch Me If You Can and Good People. How to Succeed and the Importance of Being Earnest. Jerusalem got 1, and then Priscilla, Queen of the Desert got 1, which Paul Schaefer, Paul Schaefer of Late Night with David Letterman fame. He wrote one of the, I guess, the premier songs for that, which was It's Raining Men.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And Priscilla, Queen of the Desert is doing very well on Broadway now. That one's pretty darn entertaining. If you've never seen that movie or seen the play, I recommend it. It's great. But one of the great announcers and presenters was Neil Patrick Harris, who is one of my favorites, and I think one of yours, right?
Yeah, I was a fan of his back in his Doogie days, and from then on, I mean, everything he's done is pretty cool, innovative.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
Absolutely,
I loved him on Harold and Kumar. There's a number of things he's done from his young age to now that I just enjoy his work.
And Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, which I think is hilarious.
You do think it's hilarious.
And you don't.
I think it's clever. But how do I put this politely? Weird.
It's definitely weird. But he wrapped everything up with a rap number.
So he's a Flowmaster.
He is
Neil.
Flowmaster Neil now.
Yeah.
We're gonna play. We're gonna play some of that, and he actually kind of tried to sum up everything that happened on the Grammys in a rap. So here he is with that.
That's our show. So wait, tomorrow, if anyone asks you what happened at the Tonys, you can say this: we straightened things out in the opening number. Ellen Barkin and John Benjamin Hickey took home awards for their hilarious performances in The Normal Heart. Daniel Radcliffe kicked some butt, and we were so elated, even Voldemort was sad he wasn't nominated.
Uh-oh.
Norbert Leo Butts sang and danced and tried to catch you, coming at you, chasing Trey and Casey because they nabbed a Tony statue. Commencing in the Chattanooga station from the grand imagination of a Candor Ed collaboration. It takes a lot for a recipient to humble me, but everybody cried for gorgeous Nikki James, the Bumblebee. Andrew Rannells sang I Believe, and he landed it so well, now he's Mitt Romney's VP candidate. All across the country from the north and to the south, they're saying Brooks a hottie with a crazy potty mouth. John Larroquette brought an eloquent mood to the room. I'm still imagining him at home in his Fruit of the Looms. Spider-Man and Mary Jane gave us perspective here. They sang a ballad, we didn't need our protective gear. But Tina Miller's Nun sang Raise Your Voice with Cheer, and Memphis is relentless, they're performing every year. The Normal Heart won, Larry Kramer made us weep, and Warhorse dazzled us with a theatrical sweep. Sutton Foster never lost her knack for talking smack and tapping a full-on assault attack. I'm awesome. Hugh Jackman, take that. Go ahead and roll the credits if you need to. I'm out of control. I'm on a roll. This is my Tony speed through. Anything Goes took the Best Revival Prize in stride. We didn't see it. We were singing side by side by side. McDormand loves her job. Sutton Foster won again. Paul Schaefer sang and suddenly it started raining men. Mark Ryland loves his fences. He's won the Tony twice. That guy can do it all. His follow-up is Fanny Bryce. Norbert Butts and Mormon swept the floor, won even more awards than Warhorse. Par for the course. Someone get a car for the horse. And in the final analysis, what survives tonight? Theater, because it's what we live. We're changing some lives tonight. And theater thrives because we live to give it, so to speak. This ain't reality TV. This is 8 shows a week. Every chorus member that you saw tonight tapping had to make miracles happen for a chance to see you clapping and applauding in the audience. What's next? Who knows? Anything goes. Now go see a mother Broadway show. Thank you. Good night.
Mother.
I love that. I love that. That is awesome. When he finished up and he said go see a mother show, he drops the mic and walks off stage, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was just awesome. But that goes to show you that Broadway can have a sense of humor, and it's not as uptight as everybody thinks. And if you've never gone out to see a play, never supported live theater, it's not as expensive as you think. Get out, do it. It's it's so darn expensive to go see a movie anyway. Might as well spend the ducats and see something live and really enjoy some live art. And that's one of the things that we promote is not only live music but live art in general. And
yeah. I think you're right. There is a stigma, especially with our current generation out there that's coming up in high school and college, and there's not a lot of access, especially in rural cities, to live theater. And it sounds kind of like, I'm not going to go see a play. And the reality is, even though you may not be interested in a certain topic, live performance kind of draws you in. And there's a heightened entertainment value. It's like seeing a band live versus listening to them on their CD. Oh, yeah. It's just like, it's different every time you see it.
There's that live energy that you get that you just can't get anywhere else. That's like, you go to see a ball game versus watching it on the TV.
Yeah. Because, there's no waitress that comes to your couch and serves you a beer. It's just not there.
That's why you have kids.
Oh, yeah. Go get me I see what you're saying.
See?
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow. New uses, new chores. Beer fetcher. Beer fetcher.
Yeah. That's terrible. Well, you just got to teach him how to make a martini too.
Little 2-year-old kid. Shaken or stood.
What'd you learn this summer vacation? How to make martinis for Daddy?
Bar flair. He expects a lot from me. It's not just creativity; it's performance.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. Lord help you if you ever have a nugget of your own.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's get back to Badly Drawn Boy, and let's listen to A Minor Incident. This is off of the About a Boy soundtrack.
I could say to make you try to feel okay, and nothing you could do to stop me feeling the way I do. And if the chance should happen that I never see you again, just remember that I'll always love you. I'd be a better person on the other side, I'm sure. You'd find a way to help yourself and find another door to shrug off minor incidents, make us both feel proud. I just wish I could be there to see you through. You always were the one to make us stand out in the crowd. Though every once upon a while your head was in a cloud, there's nothing you could never do to ever let me down. And remember that I'll always love you.
Yeah, so that's a minor incident.
And that was from the About a Boy soundtrack?
Yep.
I love that movie.
That is a great movie, and you know, I think almost everything that I've seen Hugh Grant in, I've liked.
There's been a couple that were like Mickey Blue Eyes. That movie sucked. There was another couple. I can't remember the names, but they were terrible. But his good movies are great.
Yeah, and you know, this came out in 2002, which at the time, you know, for you know, Badly Drawn Boy to do an entire album for a movie,
Right.
and they'd only been out, what, 2-3 years at
Yeah,
that
most
point.
of his music came from EPs, and he had the one album, I believe.
Yeah.
And they had enough faith in him as an artist to come up with the whole score. So
That's
saying something.
That's incredible. You know, for being around 2-3 years and now you're doing an entire movie score is insane.
Yeah, I mean, in 2002, Q Magazine named Badly Drawn Boy in their list of 50 bands to see before you die.
Really?
Yeah, so that's saying something as well. So I mean, I'm almost certain that time was kind of his his peak of his career so far. But now I understand that he's coming out with a trilogy album. So it's he's been locking himself in the studio and coming up with nothing but music and music.
Yeah.
Well said,
Well,
Nick.
The talk was you know that you know right around 2000 he had kind of peaked, you know, after The Hour of Bewilderbeast, and his other albums were just kind of so, and he hadn't really done much. You know, I think you know the big thing was About a Boy, but you know he hadn't really done much for that decade. And then right at 2010, he seems to be peaking again and coming back in full force. And we'll listen to a couple songs off his new one, but before we get to that, let's listen to Wet, Wet, Wet off of the About a Boy soundtrack. And
Wet, Wet, Wet.
Yeah, check it out. I like this song. It's a feel-good one. you were talking before about how he's able to create harmonies, and that's a perfect example of how he's able to do that, and what a great job he does creating those rich and lush harmonies.
That
was
was
great writing.
That was some great writing, and that little clip kind of embodies the music for the whole movie About a Boy. I mean, that was like the theme of the movie was actually part of the song, you know.
Right.
And that was well done. That whole record. Additionally, I understand you were saying that he started making a transition from his one peak to now, and there was a downturn in terms of quality. Mm-hmm. And from what I understand, it's because he started infusing some pop, into his music, and he wasn't staying true to his actual core that he developed and made him famous. So now he's going back to his old way of doing things, and
he's back to his own label too.
Yeah, he's doing his own label now versus being on what was it, XP Records?
Right.
Yeah. So I really look forward to seeing some of his latter work in the trilogy. You said we have a new song coming in that's off his new album.
Yep. This is The Order of Things, and this is off the It's What I'm Thinking Part 1 album.
Then I would find what I need to say. Say something that you mean. Birds in the sky steal my melodies. All I know is I don't know what this means. But sometimes it's good to rearrange the order of things. Rubies and diamonds, rubies and diamonds, throw me to the lions, make me a man. And if I had to wait for a time where things fall into place, if I could see your face, then it would change all I have to say. Mean something that you say.
Yeah, so that really gets back to his original self-released album.
There's a quote in there. It says, "Throw me to the lions and make me a man." And that's kind of him coming to terms with his own maturity and probably revisiting himself. I'm sure you get lost in that kind of atmosphere.
On iTunes, they wrote on the iTunes review, "The Order of Things dwells in a forlorn corner where Go sounds like a British Glenn Campbell staring into Galveston Bay." So it's a little sad and introverted and introspective.
Yeah, he's the best new artist for all suicide.
Jeez, I was having trouble speaking, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. It's the coffee today.
Well, here's the thing too. There's
no Jameson.
This is our attempt to be proactive with our podcast, and we're doing something new. We're doing it in the morning.
Ooh yeah, baby.
It's not working out so well.
It works out just fine. It's just we need to make sure there's plenty of Jameson in the coffee. That's the issue.
See,
yeah,
secret sauce.
That's it.
You know how you train your brain how to work at certain times. You have a window.
Sure.
Where all synapses are firing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not in the AM.
No,
that's in the PM.
It definitely is for us. And
us, yeah.
A lot of stand-up comics have the same thing. It's you don't get going until noon. That's when you get up, and you don't get really firing until 2, 3 o'clock.
That's why I love hearing Adam Carolla when he had his morning show. He's like, dude, how funny can you be at 5 o'clock in the morning? You're like,
You need something like this next song, which is This Electric.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sunrise, moonshine, starlight. That's what I need this electric for. listening, chasing all miracles, afraid of nothing, finding something. Take a hold with your hands. That's what I need this electric for.
Yeah,
That song almost had like a U2 feel to it.
it did. It really did. I was gonna mention that. It really does. It's some of that the string work too.
Yeah, it's like Bono and the Edge kind of
Yeah.
helped him out with that song.
Yeah, it was really cool.
The
But
Edge.
that's part one, photographing snowflakes. So part two should be coming out sometime early this year, I believe.
Cool. Well, I look
So-
forward to seeing that or hearing it.
Hearing,
both.
seeing, and
Feeling, tasting, touching,
loving.
just listening and embodying it while I hoover in my sweaty balls.
Why? That's going to be some delicious ice cream. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Is that nougat? Sorry.
You're terrible. You can check him out at badlydrawnboy.co.uk. You can also check out him on YouTube, and I think it's Badly Drawn Boy TV on YouTube, and you can see some of his cool videos and some information, background information on what he's doing and his creative process and all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Got some good stuff going.
Some good
Stuff. Now we've got some other good stuff going on here in town. We've got this Sunday. We have a wine art jazz night at the Diamond Valley Arts Center, and I think we've got some music at some of the local wineries. You can check out Thornton. I know they were having Spyrogyra. I think that was last weekend, and they got somebody else big coming up this weekend. So you can look at ThorntonWinery.com and check that out. And at Allegro Music Venue.
Oh, of course.
Yes, log on to our website. You can get all the information on education services, as well as if you'd like to have us come out to your event and webcast you live and do all that kind of cool stuff that we do with our charming personalities.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Our sweaty personalities.
Our sweaty personalities. Well, we're going out today with a Landed Pig song off of the Coffee Shop album. This is Falling in Love at a Coffee Shop. You probably remember this song from some Starbucks commercials, I think it was.
Yeah, I can't picture where I've heard this, but I guarantee I've heard it like 1,000 times.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. You can pick up this album on iTunes and check it out. The whole album's incredible. So I'd like to thank you for being here on the podcast, Nick.
It's
been a
my
pleasure.
Home. It's where I live.
It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you.
And thank you out there for listening. And please support us. Come back and tell your friends, and even your enemies. You can
Or
turn
your
them on to us.
frenemies.
Or your frenemies.
That's right.
So from all of us here at the Allegro Music Podcast, we bid you adieu.
So much.